Babe,
What?
say good morning.
Good morning! Go check on the cows.
It's too dark. I got no lights at the barn. I got no lights out in the pasture.
What'd you get black cows for?
But there's snow on the ground, so you should find them easy. Black cows, white snow. Mind you, right now the cows are probably covered in snow. Well, it's 6:30, 6:45, and we woke up to no power. See this here, guys? Here, let me turn a light on. And you guys are all saying, you just said there's no power. Here, look at the window. Yep. Yeah, there's no power. This is, I just finally got the generator to friggin' fire up and got it hooked up and going. So, gonna be an interesting day. So our pressure pump, our water for our deep well, I've got it up and running because all of that power is supplied via through the house. Oh, smile. Don't be so grouchy.
I'm not grouchy. As long as my barn is still intact, I'll be just peachy.
The downside is we've got, what the hell have we got? We have 1, 2, 3, 4 watering bowls, and the power for those is all supplied at the barn. So you can be guaranteed we're going to be fighting with frozen water bowls today when the power does come back on, if it comes on today. The roads are all closed.
It won't be on today.
They've been closed for 6 hours. And SAS Power's new protocol is they're not sending anybody out if the roads are closed or if the conditions are too bad. It's not supposed to let up until tomorrow. We might not have power until tomorrow.
I think I got lots of gas.
Do we got lots of gas?
I think so. I hope. We'll be siphoning out of the lawnmower.
I'll be siphoning it out of your truck. Can't siphon it out of my truck. My truck's diesel.
I think it has that stopper. I don't think you can.
Yeah. Oh well, she'll be an interesting day. But hey, we got power in the house. We can cook. We can stay warm. We can make coffee. And if I wanted cold beer, all I got to do is take it outside, right? So yeah, we're doing all right for now. Once it gets more daylight, that's when I'll stroll out towards the barn and check on cattle and everything else. So, talk to you guys later. Oh, hey guys, it's somewhat daylight out here. Check this one out. So my barn roof is all there still, basically. At least the stuff that was metal cladded. Got a good snowbank happening there. My windbreak is still here. We're not using that one yet, but somebody's missing a grain bin. And if it wasn't for my windbreak, it probably would have hit my shop. The other windbreaks are still there. We got freaking snow piled everywhere here now. Our camper is turned half sideways. But anyway, I gotta crawl over this stuff. I'll bring you guys back after. Okay guys, well I don't know if you recognize this thing or not, but this was that calf shelter that I built last winter. It was sitting over there. Like, right up against those 2 railroad ties right there. The wind got it and must have got it tumbling, and it came across it, busted this railroad tie right off, bent that center pipe for this neck rail. See how that's bent in right there? And blew the back wall out of her. It busted the planking that we had all them slabs nailed into, it blew the friggin' back wall out of her. And with the wind blowing the way it is, I don't think there's really any point in me friggin' trying to pick any of this shit up right now the way it is today. Because it's just gonna blow it around some more. It's probably better off staying where it is for now until this wind dies down. All the little creaks and crevices, cracks and crevices in our barn, the inside of our barn is actually pretty white right now too. Lots of our plywood on the roof of the barn, well, the open face shelters, a bunch of the plywood was missing, and lo and behold, there's a bunch more missing. Believe it or not, the water bowls are not frozen yet. The rails for the slab work right there broke, and one post broke. And in the far corral, the rails busted, and the slabs came down. And when you look down there, you can see those slabs all leaning over, and then there's another big hole right there. That's where the rails all broke out there too. Fun and fucking games. How's that sound? I'm gonna have to get the bobcat started and move a bunch of snow out of the way for our calving area, because that doorway's got like a 4-foot fucking snowbank at it. Just curious. Huh, power is on. Woohoo! But yeah, from all the little cracks up in the roof up there, they just socked our barn right full of fucking snow. See this? So I guess I'm gonna be busy shoveling freaking snow out of the barn. Anyway, I'll bring you guys back in a little bit. Here, I'll show you this snowbank quick. Look at this.
You got the tarp?
I thought you had it.
No, I have the axe. I just hit the ice.
Okay, I'll go get it.
And the twine.
Yeah. Friggin' snow is 4 feet deep at this doorway. So we're gonna have to get that fixed up. Anyway, I'll let you guys go and we'll talk to you later. Fucking wind managed to blow all those foam closures out in the ceiling. And we got a bunch of snow in the shop now. Of course. And you see way up there, there's snow up there. Mind you, the ones in the very peak, the friggin' guys when they built the shop didn't actually install 3/4 of them. But Little Red did start this morning, believe it or not, and he wasn't plugged in. Temperature, it's only actually like -4, so it's not really all that cold, but with that friggin' wind, they say it's like -22. So, anyway, we got a pile of work to do here, guys. I want to let you go. Okay, well, that corral over there is still down. It's going to stay that way for a while. But this one that was down, what I did, there was 2 posts broken, but I had a corral panel, one of those big heavy-duty portable ones. I tied it to a couple of posts on this side, and then stood the slabs all up with the broken posts and tied that to the corral panel, and hopefully that'll hold everything until we get to be more springtime-ish, where we can replace the posts and stuff. That's what's going to end up having to happen, because I'm not replacing busted posts in the middle of the winter. Not in this country. And not with the rocks the way I got them in this, on my property. So, yeah. Fun, freaking fun. I'm not going to bother bedding anybody. Because the wind is just going to blow the freaking bedding straw away on me anyways. So, but we got to get that snow moved away from that friggin' doorway there a little bit. So that's the next step. Okay, we'll talk to you guys later. Y'all alrighty, guys. So I'm just coming out here to check on things out here, see how our windbreaks fared and so on and so forth. And well, howdy ho, look at that. My windbreaks didn't friggin' move. They're all standing. They're not laying down or flipped upside down. They're all tied into each other still. So, who has the best windbreaks around? Ha ha ha. Jokes, guys. Jokes. They're all good if they stay standing, right? If that wind would have been from the other direction, I'm sure it would have been a different situation. But they're all standing, so that's good. Now, I'm also coming out here because I saw shit flying all over the place, and well, look at the friggin' carnage out here. This is friggin' ridiculous. I'm sure I got busted fence. And you're probably wondering what the hell I'm talking about. A little bouncy over these turds, but see that thing right there? Right there? Now if my phone would focus. That's part of a grain bin. You can pretty much see where it came from. And there's some more. And there's some more. And there's a whole bunch way out there. Way out there, going out that way. And there was 2 grain bins out there. One of them's in my backyard, wedged up against... Here, the grain bin freaking flies through the air. But my windbreaks stop the freaking windbreak. Or stop the grain bin, I mean. Yep. We've got, I'm trying to remember if there was 2 or 3 bins out there. There was 2 for sure. I'm thinking there was actually 3. Unless they moved one out of there at one time, but there's remnants of the friggin' bin scattered all through our field. All the way. Crazy. Friggin' crazy. Now imagine the other bins that are out there aren't in the best of shape either. Look at that. The fence is actually still standing even. Broken post, but the wire's all still up. And the bin, you can see it, there's 2 there. Well, there used to be 3. Not anymore. Not anymore. Oh my goodness gracious. We're gonna have lots of cleanup to do here come spring, or well, lots of this will wait until spring. But lots of cleanup to do come once this wind dies down, because I'm not picking up busted slabs and shit in this wind just to have them blow around some more on us, right? When it calms down, I'll pick them up and we'll get them in the burn pit and maybe even light it up and burn it right away so they don't get blown around to some more. try and get that calf shelter out of the horse pen and get it fixed up again. That's going to be an interesting ordeal. But fun. We'll catch you guys a little bit later. Alrighty guys, I thought I'd come out and drive out to the north end of our pasture, and about 100 yards away, you can see it, I'm zooming in now, 150 yards away, that's as close as I can get to it by zoom. The hunting shack is still there. It didn't get blown away, so that's a positive. But it would have been protected somewhat from the trees, so the wind wouldn't have been as bad out here. But there's reports of the wind getting up to 125 kilometers an hour last night in Regina. Well, we're just straight east of Regina. And then out by Shaunavon, I heard a report where some weather station out there in that neck of the woods, they had a weather station on a bit of a tower that would basically, it would take a reading on how fast the wind is blowing, what the speed of the wind is. And that thing, apparently the last recording on it was 146 kilometers an hour, and that weather station blew over. So how bad the wind really got last night, who knows? Maybe it was gusting to 150 plus. Well, 150 kilometers an hour would be like 125 mile an hour wind. That's pretty freaking crazy. Even 125 kilometer an hour wind, that's like, what? Pushing 80 miles an hour? 75, 80 miles an hour, something like that. So, anyway, we'll talk to you guys later. Yeah, it takes a freaking portable windbreak sitting out there by itself and a grain bin wedged up against it here last night. But the windbreak didn't move. How about that one? Gotta like them good windbreaks. When they're built proper, they'll withstand a lot of pressure. 125k winds, and it stayed.